time now for our Critics Corner, and if you're looking to head to the movies this weekend, we have the person to help you figure out what you might want to go see. Here with me now is film critic Carrie Rickey. Welcome, Carrie.
Thanks so much for having me.
I'm glad that you're here. You know, you and I were just talking about, that I'm a big movie buff, so I'm really excited to hear what you have to say about the movies we're talking about today.
Well, may I ask you what the last movie that you really liked was?
The last movie that I really liked was Captain America.
Well, we'll be talking about that today.
Okay, so Captain America and Rio 2. That I saw 48 hours ago, so with all my kids. So, but you've brought a few movies with you to talk about and to sort of let people in on. And the first one is big sports movie. Interesting, actually, looks Draft Day.
It's surprising to see Kevin Costner not in a baseball movie, but in a football movie.
In a football movie, right?
He plays the manager, or the fictional manager of the Cleveland Browns. And it's draft day, and he's recently lost his father. His mother is freaking out. He's found out something wild about his girlfriend, Jennifer Garner, who's the salary cap accountant or whatever at the Browns office. And his boss, the owner, Frank Langella, wants him to make a big splash. So he's thinking, do I go for the #1 draft pick, or do I go with someone who has character? And that's his dilemma, and he has 12 hours of horse playing and card playing and being on the cell phone, and it's directed by Ivan Reitman, of Ghostbusters, and it's directed as though you're watching ESPN, with all these flashy graphics by NFL Films. And it might be it's the best ad for NFL Films ever.
Well, I heard that they actually had some special access to the inside, to the NHL. Well, I'm all about hockey. I can't think football. Sorry.
I think it's the NFL.
NFL.
But okay.
NFL. The actual room that they do the drafting in, and they got to go in there and everything.
Yeah, and it's really exciting. Kind of old school movie.
Guys movie, girls movie. Everybody'd like it.
I think everyone will like it. It's got a romance. It's got family stuff. It's got football, but it's really what makes a good football player.
Right.
And it's a movie about character and decision making, and how draft day is kind of like playing chess, and you have to be ahead of the other teams. It's like a playbook for the draft, which is interesting because you want someone who's going to follow the playbook on the field.
Well, after the Stanley Cup's over, then maybe I can start thinking about football a little bit. But next up, the Grand Budapest Hotel, which on the commercials looks amazing.
Well, it's
weird and funny.
It's very weird. It's very droll. It's, I guess, what we call a shaggy dog story.
Okay.
You see a man, I'm not going to tell you who because it's a surprise, tell a story about his youth and how he got to the Grand Budapest Hotel. Actually, it's a story within a story within a story, but no matter, because it's Jude Law as a young man telling the story of this great Grand Budapest Hotel, which doesn't seem to be in Hungary. It just seems to be in a
random
place. Middle European country. And it's about the great hotel manager played by Ralph Fiennes, and he's funny. He's speaking 1,000 miles a minute. He's very gracious, and he likes romancing old ladies.
Well, it sounds really different, but finally we're going to get to the movie I saw, Captain America.
Well, Chris Evans is charming, and Scarlett Johansson. It makes a very good Black Widow. Anthony Mackie has a role in here. Robert Redford is in it too. It's got everyone in it. I have to say that of the Marvel comics, I'm an Iron Man girl because of Robert Downey is so funny and Gwyneth Paltrow is so funny. But Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans are very nice here.
They make a good pair.
And Anthony Mackie is a hoot, and it's very entertaining. And I don't know if everyone is a Marvel comic fan. I mean, I never read them growing up.
Love it. Well, lots of Marvel comics coming out. More movies, as I saw in the preview before that movie. Carrie Rickey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Before we go to the break, take a look at some of the other movies at the box office this weekend.